Do you want more? More time, more balance, more love, more sex, more money, more real, and less bullshit? This is the Women Wanting More podcast with Dr. Karen Osborne. Real life, real stories, plus real tips to get you more of what you want.
So I just got off the phone with somebody who was applying for my next live event, which is called The Evolution. And I'm fucking pissed. Pissed. So let me explain why. And you know what? I haven't done an episode for a while that's really raw like this, but something's telling me to hit record and to share this story or to share what I learned from this story. So first of all, when women apply to be in any of my coaching programs, but for sure at my live event, there's a questionnaire that they must fill out first. And it helps me to really see if women are serious. I have a lot of people that talk, they go, oh yeah, I'm doing this, yeah, I'm committed, and they're not fucking committed. They're not. So they're very specific questions that are asked, which gives me an idea of, are they really committed or not? Including into, I'm very forthright and honest about what the tuition is for the event. And with one of the questions being, hey, if you're accepted, are you willing to invest this tuition? And if it's a no, then we don't even do step 2, which is a phone conversation with me. To really listen to them and to hear what's happening and to see if I feel like they would be a fit for the evolution for this next live event. And so there was something about this conversation from the beginning with this person that was just they're really not telling the truth. They are not telling the truth. Now, I am not a psychic. I can't. It's interesting. I have a lot of you that will say to me when I podcast, it's like, oh my God, did you know what was happening in my life? I really need to hear that message, or I felt like you were talking directly to me. Because see, when you speak in your truth, sister, it connects with people. That's what you're hearing. So in the same respect, when people bullshit and fucking lie, you also feel and experience that too. And for some of you, it might come out of oh, that person irritates me. Or I don't know what it is, but just something is really they just piss me off. There might not be any logical reason as to why you're feeling like somehow you're repelled from that person, or if it's someone that you were, I don't know, they were selling something, or you will not click the buy button, just something stops you. Or there's that voice inside of you that's saying no. So in that same respect, for me, one of my skills, what I do well, is I see that in people. I see that. I see when people bullshit. I can see it if I'm with them in person. I can feel it in my body. I can feel it in their voice. It's a knowing. I simply fucking know. And I'll just be like, oh my God, they're fucking lying. So I knew from the get that she was not being completely honest and transparent about things. Took a lot of questions, a lot of kind of digging. And the voice inside of me said, Karen, this woman is not ready. And because I come from a place of listen, sisters, I so want to fucking help you. I do this podcast 5 days a week now. You pay $0. I pay someone to produce this podcast. It still requires several hours of my time every single week. Why? Because I fucking care. Because I know for some of you, you will never take a step beyond this podcast. And I want to create some value for you in your life. That is absolutely 100% the reason fucking why. So that piece of me that wants to help, not save, but help women, that when I'm on the phone in this application process, am listening. I'm listening to them. I'm listening inside of me. And the voice inside of me said, Karen, she's not ready. So what's interesting is some of the same things that I was saying to her is just get out of your head. What do you really feel in your heart? I ignored that in me. Crazy, right? Because in my head I went, no, I'm going to keep listening because there'll be something there that will tell me that she is a fit. But yet I just kept feeling this uneasy feeling inside of me. I'm like, she's fucking lying. I even told her this a couple times. I'm like, you were not telling the truth. This is bullshit. Like, fucking be honest. But I ignored it. And so when it came to the very end, we were discussing commitments. I was still not sold, by the way, at this point, if I was going to extend one of the seats to her to invite her to attend. But when it came down to commitments, and then she then said, I can't say yes to this commitment of money. When she said yes on the application form, I'm like, pissed at her, but then very quickly pissed at myself. I ignored it. Yes, even I ignore the voice sometimes. It is easy to do when you come from a place of I want to impact people. But here's the shortcoming of this, sister. Here's what you really need to hear. Because, the majority of you are not taking applications for things like this, but it's going to come up in situations like a conversation with a friend, your husband, your children. You're going to want to do these things to fucking save them. And I'm going to say this in a similar way as I've heard Gary J. Wade on Warrior say this, and my husband's been involved with Warrior for the last 2.5 years. He's now doing certified training for Warrior, and we've got some amazing stuff that's coming out of the pipeline soon with him and I doing some work together with our movements. But one of the things that Garrett would say is like, first of all, you can't save people, right? And he would say this, if a brother's going to die, he's going to die. And so, for me, with the women obviously I work with, it's not brothers, but it's if a sister's going to die, she's going to die. And that's still a hard thing for me a lot of times. I can see it. I can see that there could be every, help that's being extended. There's every resource this woman has, but yet she's not fucking doing it. Why? Because she is more committed to her fucking struggle and her stories. And if she's gonna die, she's gonna die. There isn't anything you can fucking do about it. Nothing. Nothing. And I ignored that. Because I want to help. Because I want to make an impact. So what is my purpose in sharing this today? Sister, there are people in your life right now that you are trying to save, and they simply want to fucking die. They want to die. They want to go down. They don't want to do the fucking work. They are really good where they are. Because, see, there'll be times, too, you might be like, I don't understand. It doesn't make any sense. Like, why aren't they getting this? Because they don't want to get it. They don't want to change. They want to stay exactly where they are. They may say, no, I want these things. They don't really want these things. They want to stay where they are. They want to stay in their story. They want to stay in their struggle. They get something from that. And they don't want change. They say they may want change, but they don't really want change. Because if they really wanted change, then they would do what is required to do the fucking change, right? These can be people who are intelligent people where you're just like, I don't fucking get it. Like, why aren't they doing this stuff? And it just doesn't make any sense. But that was my valuable lesson from this call today, is just to remember that when a sister wants to die, she's going to die. You cannot save people. And it is pointless to think that you can. It's pointless to think that you can. So here's your more tip for today then, sister. Who are you trying to save in your life right now? Who is it? First of all, identify what it is. And the second piece is this: you just need to stop. You just need to stop. Now listen, giving suggestions, when someone asks you for it, not unwarranted, unsolicited advice, because that kind is the fucking worst. But if someone has said to you, I need help, I would love to get your feedback, and or you've asked permission, but they have to figure that shit out by themselves. And it's painful, right? It's painful to see the people that we love the most in our life struggle to keep beating their head against the wall. And they're going, how come my head hurts? You're like, oh my God, why can't you see it? But you need to let go of that savior role that you've taken on, and they have to figure it out on their own. That is simply it. Short and sweet on this one today, sister. So, a couple things before we finish up this podcast. Number one, if you are not already subscribed to the Women Wanting More newsletter, to get VIP access to all things Women Wanting More, all the exciting new programs that are coming out, first dibs on everything, then you need to head over right now to drkarenosborne.com, enter in your email, and I will also send you the More For Action Guide on how to start your day in power. That's a video and a PDF training. The evolution that I mentioned, this particular woman was applying for, there are currently 6 spots that are left. To apply, go over to drkarenosborne.com/theevolution, and you can watch the short movie of the last event that was November of 2017. And one more thing, sister, because I do care, I'm giving away journals for free. There are about 200 that are left. There have been almost 350 that have been mailed out to 16 countries around the world. And I'm sending them to you for free because I give a shit. I understand the power of journaling. You take care of a little bit of the shipping and I take care of all the rest. So that's over at drkarenosborne.com/free journal. So I'll talk to you in the next episode, sister. A life of more is just one step away from you doing the fucking work every single day. I love and appreciate you.
To get the show notes of each Women Wanting More episode, including the How to Get More tip, subscribe to the newsletter at drkarenosborne.com/newsletter.